In today's episode of Gardening 101, we started off by visiting specialist nursery Plantai Orchids to find out more about caring for these incredible plants. Now, if you're looking to grow your own sweet potatoes, then Linda Galvad has the answers.
One of my favourite vegetables to grow in an organic garden is sweet potatoes. They have so many uses, besides the fact that they're absolutely delicious, full of fibre and vitamins. You can eat the leaves, you can feed the leaves to your chickens, you can lightly steam them, or you can cook them like you would spinach. Sweet potatoes are a prolific crop. They take about 4 months to 5 months before you can harvest them, and as I said, they're sweet and delicious. So come with me and we're going to show you how to propagate your own sweet potato plants and plant them. You might be wondering what's going on around here. What I have is a different color sweet potato. Over here we have got one with a white flesh. Over here we've got one with an orange flesh, and over here, my absolute favorite, we've got one with a purple flesh. And they're all in different stages of growth. They also been propagated differently, and I'm going to show you how we did that. This one over here is something, I've just left this tuber in my vegetable cupboard. It's dark and it's semi-warm, and it has chitted. It's grown these little stalks which are going to develop into vines, which look like this over here. This over here is just a sweet potato that I've bought recently, and I'm going to show you how we can put this in a glass of water like I've done over here and wait for it to grow into vines, because you can grow your crop of sweet potatoes either using a tuber like we have here or by using the vines. And that's a great thing to do, because with this purple sweet potato over here, it's my last one and they're really difficult to find. So I'm so excited to get a crop out of these. So what I've done here is I've taken the sweet potato and suspended half of it into a glass of water. And all you do, literally, toothpicks, stick it in halfway into the sweet potato tuber and suspend it into the glass of water. It takes about 5 to 6 weeks until you can get 20 to 30 centimeter vines, which you're going to harvest and plant them out. So I'm going to start with the tuber. The tuber, as you can see, the shoots that have developed are quite white with purple tops, and that's just because it hasn't been into the light. Over here, what we did was we took a pot of soil, good organic compost, and we put our sweet potato in there, put it on our windowsill, waited a couple of months, and now we have these fantastic vines. Over here, I have a vine that I harvested from my previous sweet potato crop. Well, it is still growing, and I cut off all the leaves at the leaf nodes. You must be really careful when you do that, because it's at these nodes that the roots develop. You can see I've cut them all off all the way along, and I've left these few leaves at the end. These leaves are what's going to be sticking out of the ground so that this can develop into a wonderful sweet potato crop. So what we're going to do is we're going to harvest these vines, and as you can see, I've got 2 vines which are growing from one tuber. So how you harvest the vine is you have to have a minimum of 20 to 30 centimeters long, which we have about, that's about right over here. You then cut the vine as close to the tuber as possible. I'm going to snip that off there and over there. And then it's really important to remove all the leaves, only leaving the end bit of leaves, which you are going to leave above the ground when you plant the vine. So the longer one over here, you can see that the leaves at the leaf nodes, this is where the roots come out. So when you cut them, be really careful not to damage the leaf nodes. Chopping them off quite brutally. There you go. The vine is all ready to go into the garden. We've left a few leaves, as you can see, at the end of the vine, and now let's take them into the garden and plant them. What I've done here is I've dug a 10 centimeter hole. I want just the tops sticking out of the surface of the soil so that it can catch the light, start to go green and develop into a vine. So let's plant that. What I've done here, 40 centimeters away from that tuber that we've just planted, is I have dug a 5 centimeter deep trench, and I'm going to plant my vine in that trench. Remember, I have to leave these leaves sticking out on top of the surface of the soil. So I place the vine into the trench, cover it up, but leave these last leaves sticking out above the ground. There you go, we've planted them all up, 40 centimeters apart. We've left the bits of leaves sticking out as we should do, and now all we have to do is water. You might think that planting sweet potatoes and potatoes are the same, but they are completely different. So join us next week when we show you how to tackle a regular potato.
After the break, garden designer Michael Rickhoff is back, and this time he's looking at the addition of walls or lack thereof.